Hey guys, yesterday I posted up a video about taking highlight and notes to highlight using your finger and pen. And some viewer told me that it doesn't work on their own devices and it doesn't work with their pen. So let me show you what happened. Is by default, your quick scribble could be enabled. So if that is enabled, your pen touch will just draw on the screen. And your finger would act as turning pages, and you can select different part, you can highlight there, but your pen cannot do that, will just leave a mark there. You can manually, mark your word, mark your sentences, but you couldn't select it and highlight it. So let me erase this first. Okay, what you need to do is to click here and disable your quick scribble so it doesn't work anymore. So now a pen touch just acts as a finger touch. So I tap here, turn pages, I tap here, go back. So now this is exactly as your finger, but only more precise. It has a finer tip. Another issue is how to precisely select the things you want to highlight. Let me tell you a trick here. So this is how your device, how your screen digitizer understand the text and your touch. If I want to, for example, select, let me zoom in a little bit. If I want to highlight this sentence from the battery life to battery life, okay? So if I use a real life highlighter pen, I might start before this the, right? I might doing like this. Or if I use a pen, I might start under the word the, right? And right here. But the screen, the device doesn't understand the sentence like that. It will understand this sentence starting from the first word, the, and you should select this first word. You should just touch in the middle of the word. And when it's highlighted, it's selected. And you can adjust whatever you want. And you end at life. Okay, see here? You just put your pen tip in life there, and you can whatever change. So this works with your finger too. Let me delete this. So your finger is usually larger than the word. So when you are selecting it, it will actually block. So this is the same with your finger. So if I want to highlight from this, maybe this e-ink display look more like, and I just use my finger to touch this, and yeah, see, and I stop from here is a sentence. It is very easy to go to the next line or start from the earlier line, and you could use this. When you tap on it, you could use this to do finer adjustment here, and you could also use this one to adjust. It's not exactly perfect, but it requires some getting used to. The last thing I want to note is palm rejection. I think this is a bug. So when I write with my pen, I don't want to accidentally register my touch from my palm or my finger, right? So sometimes I think, okay, I just disable the hand touch. So if I put this in, cross out, my finger touch doesn't work. So I couldn't use my finger anymore. I couldn't select anything. I can only use my pen. I can only use my pen to turn pages and to highlight. However, if I do it like this in a regular writing position, let me just demo it for you. So I use my pen, select the first word already, and I want to stop in the end of the abstract. For example, I just go in there, but I accidentally touch anywhere. You see, it will stop the highlight. So let me delete this. Let me try again. Select OK. I accidentally touch with my palm here. It also stopped. You see, that's the problem. So I still need to, leave all my hand above the screen. Only use my pen. So when you're using your pen tip to highlight, even though your finger touch is disabled, your finger touch is still disrupting your highlighting. So I think this is a bug. Dear Onyx, please fix this. But yeah, so what is the best way to precisely do? Maybe you could, use some, like this, gloves. You avoid there are some artist gloves, like you do it here. So you can rest your hand on the screen, whatever you want, and without thinking about your accidental touch. So that is one way. Another way is to just getting used to it. Use your hand. You just get a feeling of it. You just hard press it, and you can freely select. So there are definitely something you need to build with your machine, like how the screen understand your touch. So I want to start at LCD. I just click on this LCD word like this. So that is how you do that. Another way is to, of course, increase the font size or increase. So when the texts are larger, I assume it's easier to select accurately. Okay, so that is the best way, I assume. When you have larger text, you can select more precisely.